Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present opening round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of my favorite tournaments of the year. It's the EA Sports Spring
Mooseystyle
Invitational, and just a stunning golf course. It's Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novello. Frank, we're in for quite a day.
We are. We're going to see the decision-making processes of some of the fine players out there today. The reason why I say that, Rich, is because there's so much elevation here at Wolf Creek, so you're going to have to make those adjustments on the downhill and the uphill. Club selection decisions, and of course the one that does that the best
y'all ready?
Is more than likely the one that's going to come out on
top. Are y'all ready to change?
Excitement here. Let's take you out to the action once again at the 13th.
My play style
Frank,
forever.
how would you assess this first round performance from our featured golfer?
I'd say commercial, solid, very professional.
Look at this.
If this is the worst round they score all week, it's not such a bad round.
Oh, we got better equipment now. We're going to hit the ball a little harder and on the wind.
That green is tucked back in the corner, Frank, here at the 13th. What's the right way to get at it?
Well, if you haven't tried to drive this green over the canyon, it's a relatively straightforward pitch up the hill. And up the hill means you've got a little bit of a backstop, so you can be very aggressive with a second shot.
Got bunkers. 91. 110. I don't know. Might be bunkerish.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Ball's down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Dig out. Get on there.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Lucky.
That's amazing. That's a
Let's see if we can
masterclass
save
in short
par.
game.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Nah, it's a lack of everything. Watch this, Frank. Ha!
That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th.
Frank.
Even par currently.
Even par currently. We're going to be one over. We're going to make it up. We'll make it up.
Well, with that drop shot,
19.
One over for the tournament.
We're going to make it up. This spring invitational.
Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you got to fixate on a.
Oh yeah, look at this.
In the distance, that's a much better line.
Look at this.
Than worrying about that wall of sand.
Oh, it's our first drive where we hit over 300 yards.
Good tee shot.
330.
Right fairway and plenty long.
Super long. We finally
Frank,
got some
straight
clubs.
uphill with this approach shot. What do you have to factor in terms of club selection and setup over the ball?
We're going to have to take at least an extra club to.
No, because of the wind.
For that added elevation, and also it's tougher to get.
Oh, get up there!
Not enough on that one.
It just seemed to baby it.
I baby that.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight.
We're gonna knock this in tighter than you can imagine.
Look, everybody wants to post a good low number, but a good score at Wolf Creek is really relative.
Oh!
Desert Canyon Golf Course.
That was a good shot.
Rated as the third hardest golf course in America by the United States Golf Association.
And I'm gonna make it mine.
That's the slope rating that you're referring to. It has a slope rating of 154, which sort of measures in all the undulations. So, needless to say, you don't get too many flat putts, or actually
number 20,
relatively flat shots either at Wolf Creek. But the thing about it, the golf course isn't overly long, and it sort of fits in with the terrain. How could you come to the desert with all these changes in elevation and expect to play
in the desert? Is where I come to play. I would club down, but we're gonna nail this one out of bounds. Huh! I think I chipped the ball. Yeah, I ain't hitting out of that. And then we made it into this little canyon. Look at this. This is realistic shit. That's exactly where my ball would end up. I wouldn't even find it. It's still rolling. Come on, guys. I'm gonna watch it go all the way down into this drainage ditch that's dried up. Oh man, come on. Sorry, we're going. Alright, it's a video game. I should be able to fast forward this.
What was he thinking there?
I have
I
no
didn't want to watch
idea.
that. That was more painful. Are you serious? We ain't getting out of this shit.
Rich, I think he's going for a different green. Are we on the wrong hole?
Richard,
That's not a green in regulation. That's
what are we doing,
a
Richard?
green in
Why can't I
miscalculation.
take a drop up there? Richard? Why can't I drop in bounds instead of play this shit out of the canyon? The ball went like 5 freaking feet. I gotta take this shot, huh? Now let me club up just a fucking lot. Give me this one, Richard. Please stay up there, Richard. You'll make me go 100 yards. What the hell am I hitting with? Oh, here we go again. The worst game ever, y'all. When the ball travels behind you, going all the way downhill. Come on. Mother chugger. It's going to hit every little canyon. Alright, look. This is some bullshit. Can I just give the whole way? I can't believe they make you play it out of bounds like this. And then they try to give this stupid ass wedge, which isn't working. Seriously, I'm about to rage quit on some freaking Rory McIlroy golf. Look at this. Every time it says them little trenches. It hits them. And it goes 20 yards past my guy. Let's spotty. Oh, right back where I
Once you
started.
hit double to par, it's time to just pick up and move on.
Please, thank you. EA
Now to the
For
16th
that
hole,
one.
and Frank, another good scoring
for
chance.
that
If you
fucking
can
tee
avoid the
shot.
confusion off the tee, it looks like the hole might be a dog leg, then is it a carry? It meanders from one way to the other, but really when you
There we
actually
go.
break the hole down, it's virtually
There we
straight
go.
ahead. Those two bunkers in the driving distance, they frame the hole nicely. So
Oh, yeah.
straight
I'm gonna
away
hit 'em.
par 4. It should set up beautifully for just a little short iron and perhaps a birdie opportunity.
We have 115 yards to the hole.
Into the other
The
bunker.
winds can really be demoralizing. You might hit a
Yes.
shot perfectly and airmail it by 20 yards.
Yeah, well, just because the first part of the round hasn't gone your way, you should still have a feel of the conditions by now.
I don't.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time?
Who?
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
I'm just trying to hit the freaking ball in the cup. I don't care what y'all say. There we go. Par save, baby.
Chases that in for par to stay at
Number 40. We're still in the cut chase.
So 2 holes left to play. Now the final par 5 on the course, 562 yards, the 17th.
The drive looks relatively straightforward. And I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of.
I bet
That's
I
the
hit
fun
it.
part. They want to keep you back in an area where you go, can I hit the second shot across the stream,
bet I hit the
across
fucking
water,
creek.
and still keep it on the green? And the answer is, I don't know.
Holy
Getting
shit.
set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you don't.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem.
Damn.
It's going to fly all the way.
Damn, we got lucky. We're on in 2.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way.
We're on in 2. Our player got stronger.
Facing
But better
29
clubs.
feet.
So we want here and here. Not right here. As long as we get in birdie contention.
You might like this one.
Oh, we got the eagle.
Huge putt. You
Oh,
don't expect to make them.
our first eagle puts us back at 31. 2 over.
Frank, you licking your chops here at the par 5, 17th hole?
Oh, why not? A chance to reach a par 5 and 2, but
We will.
there's still pitfalls in front of you. A little creek or stream runs across the fairway.
Are you fucking
so
serious?
Really limiting the distance you can hit that
Watch
tee
me
shot,
hit it.
but it's still reachable from just short of that creek.
Watch me hit that creek.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
On dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Yeah, I fucked up. 97, 110. What's it to the cup? 65. We'll see.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Nope. He stroked his club. Now watch this.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round.
Watch me. Watch me hit. Hit. Watch me par it.
Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars.
Doesn't matter, Frank. He made the cut. Oh!
Second
What about
round
that,
coverage coming your
Frank?
way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lorder.
We're sitting at
alongside
32, Frank.
Novello. So long for now.
Pour us another drink, Frank. Let's get tipsy, Frank. Not bad, Frank. Tribute bonuses, Frank. 69, Frank, on our driving. Frank, we went 345 yards, 365, I think, on one drive. We're 51. Say win, Frank. Got my Raider gear on. We're now in Las Vegas, baby. Woo! Starting next year. One more season in Oakland, and that's it.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present second round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational.
All right, Frank.
Always some extra excitement when you get to the first major championship of the year.
I'm scared.
And here we are. Rich Lorder alongside Frank Novello. We're at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada.
Watch me.
EA Sports Spring Invitational. Partner, this is a big one.
It certainly is, Rich, and being the first major of the year, you know the players are going to be a little bit more nervous.
You know I'm gonna fly that green.
Start right here this week at Wolf Creek.
320.
You're gonna have to make all those adjustments out there. Is your game ready? Can you adjust for the changes in elevation? And do you have the confidence to go all the way?
Got the
and pick up
confidence.
the first major championship of the year.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh shit!
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
I'm concentrating. I'm focused on the read. Pour some more drink, Frank.
Frank well off.
He's
the
just
pace,
getting birdies.
but The true professionals, they keep digging, trying to get
Well
better.
off the pace, Frank. We're only 5 shots down.
Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at
Oh, we got this,
Creek. What
Frank.
is this, Frank? Just a
We need a
wedge
tee
or an
down.
iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. Well, you pay the
Frank.
price, obviously, if you miss
a
the
wedge.
green on the left down on those bunkers because they're a good 6-7 feet over the green.
Frank.
But, with a wedge or a nine,
Let's get this
I think
ace,
that's
Frank.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Frank, we're
Pretty
too
long
strong.
putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet.
Oh, Frank, he might like this one.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
So a tester from 4
It's a
feet.
bonus. Frank, it's a par.
Good effort.
33. Frank.
From a short par 3 to a short par 4. Just 393 yards here at the 16th, Frank.
And when you stand on this tee, this hole looks
Shit.
anything other than straight. Goes to the left, then comes back to the right. But if you can just fixate at the green in the distance, you're actually going to look
Damn, he
like
just
a
drilled it.
relatively straight par 4.
He drilled it,
Should be
Frank.
played. Look at those first 2 bunkers that you see and just try and split those. Good tee shot here and nothing more than a wedge left into this green. Simplify it. That's the key.
We simplified it, Frank. In our bumblebee
Shot
outfit.
here at 16, Frank. It is all about precision.
It certainly
Shit.
is. This green has a lot of
126.
contours in it, so it's very hard to get
Come
a
on,
dead
son.
straight or a flat putt here at 16. Second shot's not overly long, though, just a short on in. You should be looking at a birdie opportunity, but really you don't want to stray too far away from 15 or 20.
Oh, hit the
Otherwise,
stick!
It's going to get very difficult putting on this green.
Damn.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Easy birdies, Frank.
A huge momentum swing.
Watch this, Frank.
Birdie.
Watch this, Frank. Are we back to even, Frank?
And with
Frank,
that
can
birdie,
you feel me?
he's in the top 20 on the leaderboard.
18! He's only 5 strokes from Watson.
Frank, this is really a cool closing stretch here at Wolf Creek. Short par 3 15th, the short 4 at the 16th, and now the par
Sure,
5
Creek.
17th. You can make up some ground in a hurry as you come down the finishing stretch.
You
We
certainly
can't hit
can.
that
A
creek,
good
can
drive
we?
short of the little stream creek that runs across there, and this is doable as a 2-shotter. You find the bunker
Oh,
will trouble off the tee, then
shit.
obviously you're forced to lay up, leaving that 3rd shot across the water.
Damn. Almost hit the
Try
gallery.
and take that 2nd shot on.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest.
Oh,
I think that was the
shit.
bit you're going to put in the middle.
Frank.
Hazard.
Hazard, Frank.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Frank.
Playing his 4th shot after the 3rd was wet. Frank,
You
this is
fucked
one you
up,
don't
Frank.
practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah,
Watch
it should
this,
be the
Frank.
easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
Watch this, Frank.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
If it stays on, it's on.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away.
Frank, we might finish even. Frank. I like this one, Frank.
No
Oh!
matter how close it goes, it's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Damn it, Frank. Why, Frank? He bogeyed, Frank.
It has been that kind of a tournament.
It's been that kind of tournament, 34. But he can finish even on this hole.
Now the closing hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, what's ahead of us?
You could try and drive at this green, but there's too much trouble, really,
Shit.
Rich. Even though this hole's just over
Let's not
300
drive it.
yards, it's very ambitious to try and drive it across that water. Some might try. Most people try and hit a tee shot 240, 250 yard mark, and of course you do the maths. You're only going to have 60 or 70 yards in, and well,
We'll
they
use
want you to
hybrid.
finish on a good note. So good drive in the fairway here, or 3-wood. Pitch it on the green, make a 3, and buy your friends a drink in the clubhouse.
Excellent drive, Frank. Right where you want to be. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
He's making the game look very simple right now.
That's it, Frank.
Hit it. And he's got it right on track.
Frank, we can
Settles in over the putt.
finish even. I want to finish even, Frank. Let me finish even, Frank. Oh, you motherfucker! That was too fast and hard and furious.
My goodness, what does a guy have to do to make a putt out here?
Kick somebody.
These putts keep the round together.
3 or par. This keeps my sanity together. Oh well, we made the cut.
Has his par.
He's not too far off the path.
Third round coverage comes your way tomorrow.
Third round
on EA
coverage
Sports,
comes
where Frank
now.
Navalo and our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying, so long for now.
Hey, we're gonna make it, guys. Level 37. Here we come. Let's do this. Start 29th. I'll take it. Waiting for pizza. Creating leaderboard. Who waits for pizza? We're at Wolf Creek, Mesquite, Nevada. We're the Raiders, Las Vegas, Nevada. The Raiders are now home.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present third round coverage of the EA Sports
This is the third
Spring
hardest
Invitational.
golf course in the world.
Today we're here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in
On the
Mesquite,
US or
Nevada.
whatever.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo set to bring you all of the action for the EA Sports
making it
Spring
my
Invitational.
biatch.
And Frank, what can the players expect from Wolf Creek?
Just a mesmerising layout, Rich.
Mesmerising,
You can see that from above.
Rich.
Straight driving imperative out there today. You actually don't have to hit the ball a long way. The elevation on those tees is going to give you that extra distance on almost
Damn
every
water.
shot.
I
You
hate
can
water
even take
holes.
driver out of play on some of the holes. But
About
really,
this
it's
one?
about being in the right position first on those tee shots that you're going to hit today.
We're going to take driver out of play here. 3 wood down.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this
Club up.
looks easy.
Not
Club
terrible,
up.
but not his best.
Outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, it's got a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right.
No, we read it the way to par it.
It's from
Mate.
7 feet.
Why can't I see? Is it breaking to the left a little bit? Or is it going right? It's going left. All right.
Workmanlike hole.
35.
Walks away with a par. Well, everybody loves the short par 4, and here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards, the 7th hole.
And this
Is that
hole
water?
is anything other than straightforward, Rich. Huge drop off at the front of the screen that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get the right yardage. This green is very, it's not very deep, but it's extremely wide. The hardest thing is to try and get a flat lie with whatever club you decide to hit off the tee and get the right yardage. Otherwise, that green actually might be a little elusive, even though this is a very short hole.
We moved that
Almost
one
had
out
it.
there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Almost.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
The wedge. 58. No! What was he thinking? Why would you use
That
that?
looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie, okay, it's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just knocked it OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now. So he doesn't want to compile the error.
What's he doing?
Getting set now for his 4th shot. Took the penalty after hitting it out of
We
bounds.
got a club up.
Yeah, this can get away from him here.
Is that OB?
It's tough to take an
Are
extra
you
club out of that
serious?
lie, Rick, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
Gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short. Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a 2nd consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very, very quickly. So now's a chance to just take a breath, take a breather, and try
I can't get it
to
up there.
make sure this shot certainly gets out.
I can't get it up. 53. We're plus 5.
Frank, this
A
is
hole
the kind
like
of
it.
hole that you like to drop a bag of balls and just have fun. Hit it all day long as if you were at the range. Unfortunately, you only get one crack, and you better be good. This is a tough hole.
Well, if you find the water, actually, you might get another one up there. It certainly is a tough hole, though, Rich. The stream going all the way down the left-hand side, and that wraps right around the left and behind the screen, makes that tee shot, well, it certainly makes you think about that tee shot while you're on the tee. Prudent play.
Oh,
to the
shit.
right edge of the green. There's nothing wrong if you just miss the green on the right, but miss the green by a yard on the left, you pay a very steep price.
1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
We're 10 cupping this. Just come into the point of entry.
So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Frank.
Once you hit double par, it is time to just pick up and move on. Count that as a triple bogey.
This is where we blow up, y'all. We're doing so great. 8 over. Getting adjusted to the new swing.
Stepping up to the shot here at
New
the 9th.
clubs.
It's par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter, just play to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. A very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9.
Now playing the 2nd here at the par 4.
Should be safely on deck.
Get down. Finally.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
We tried.
Really not much to this. The
Today's
only
really
issue would be a
sucked.
lack of concentration or focus.
Or a lack of moving the club. We did get a par today,
That's a
didn't we?
par, and onward we go.
Found the birdie. One of these hard ass
That
holes.
concludes round 3 here. Not a very
I don't
good
think we
one,
made the
Frank.
cut.
Yeah, really a poor performance is the only way to put it. Rich, missing putts throughout the round.
We already
really
made
kept
the
them
cut.
from putting anything of
But we're gonna finish
consequence
the 4th
together.
round. Oh, because we're getting the XP. – 71. We're probably dead last. We're just doing so great. And then all of a sudden, I don't like this course. It's like playing in the Rocky Mountains. Why would you want to do it? Maybe
EA
play
Sports
OB.
and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present final
who
round
cares?
coverage
Come on.
of the EA Sports Spring Invitational.
Hate this course. I hope I never play it again, ever. We're gonna fly the green. Sorry, guys. See ya.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's
No,
heading towards the
Frank.
hazard.
Damn it, Frank. Oh.
That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot.
Trying to hit that tee box.
So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
A good tee shot, though. So see if he can string a couple of good shots together now.
No, Frank. He can't.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Sitting up
What he
nice.
wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Lays the face open. He'll try to pop this one out.
Two. Pop this. Pop this, Frank. Or just bogey.
So that ball does settle, Frank. How far?
Well, my favorite number, 14 feet.
Why 14?
It's my birthday.
He said 14 because it's his birthday.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
I'll make
couple
your
of feet.
job easy because you to make fun of me.
Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
Dead last.
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This case of anything that could go wrong, not just probably, it did.
Okay, we get it. Stop being a dick. Watch this. I'm gonna club down 2 clubs. Grip it and rip it. Get off my dick.
Not a huge miss, Frank, but did lose this just a little to the right.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to catch a piece of the green, though. It looks almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, you like his chances to walk
I
away
love
with
it.
a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just
Look at
ride
this.
a par down at the end of the hole.
I wanted a birdie.
It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the
Damn.
goal right here.
Could use this. A putt for par.
I was thinking birdie.
Did the job
Hit the
right
stick
there.
and it stuck it. We're still at 72.
Now to the par 5, 12. Pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, caught water there.
One,
That's to
two,
be avoided
three,
off this tee,
four,
that's for sure. A good try
and
that
six.
avoids all of that. And then the hole is certainly reachable, but you can see water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but believe me, any of 6 7s racked up here at 12.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
We crushed
Second
it.
from an excellent lie.
You want to hit the green? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh,
Not missing
no,
by
the
much
bunker.
today, but enough to again be in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can
That's
get it to
for
run
eagle.
like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
I'm going to get this to run like a putt.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
This is about concentration, focus, and parring.
They'll take it. That's a
10
par.
strokes. Over.
Now to the 13th hole, and, oh, I don't know, should we just fly it over the mountains, Frank?
Hell yeah.
It looks like that, but then you better find dry land. 350 yards, but as the crow flies, it's probably just a little over 300 yards. I don't know if the mere mortals would really want to flash it across that desert ridge. You probably want to play a little left of it, have a little pitch up the hill, but if you're one of the longer hitters, why not just try it, see if you can.
I did.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. This is a good-looking shot.
Better than what I thought it'd be. It's coming back. Perfect.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie.
Gives the bird. Are you
man.
shitting me?
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. These putts keep the round together.
In my sanity.
Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Nudge this one home. Finish it up.
Not gonna happen.
Tournament. Another bogey.
It's been fun.
Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
Get up there. Hit the cart path. And get up on the fairway. Ha! We'll take
There's
it.
always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Headed for the bunker, I think.
We almost got it up.
Well, we've seen this before today. In the bunker. In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope.
Damn it. Frank, what are we doing here? Holy shit. Hit that guy right in the head. Y'all see it?
Just a little too much, Brett.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to
Hit
be
that
left
dude
with a
right in his
difficult chip
head.
shot here.
No, we got this. In the hole. No, it's going back down the hill.
Frank, it hit the green, but just...
We lost
hit
all
backspin.
composure.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Frank, this is where
He
the
wasn't,
mental game
Frank.
really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could pound very, very quickly. So now's a chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
What do we do about that, Frank?
How did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center.
Frank. For triple bogey. We got one.
You know they say you have to keep a level head.
74.
Must you?
Well, what do you do when it's about
14
to
over.
fall off?
Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down in those bunkers because they're a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
Birdie putt coming up. A par on this hole yesterday.
That was yesterday. Today we suck. We will
Well,
par.
you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
We're on
If he
fucking
keeps putting like
par.
that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Yeah. I'm gonna be an announcer.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par.
It's 74. Over.
Short par 4 16th hole measures only 393 yards. but Frank, as is the case with pretty much every hole, despite the yardage, there's plenty of trouble.
It does. It plays tricks on the mind's eye here. It looks like it's a dog leg going one way, then back the other way. But really, it's built as a straight hole just across the canyon. And that's the way you've got to play it. I don't think you can drive the green, even the longest hitters at 393 yards. But just a nice drive down there. Take the bunkers on, get it past there. And then before you know it, you've got a little wedge in here. And it should set up nicely for a birdie.
Hmm?
This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I love how they yell, get in the hole.
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to
and you hit it in,
cleanly,
Frank.
and keep your head. Frank,
That's how you do it, Frank.
But the true professionals, they keep digging, trying to get better.
13.
So 2 holes left to play. Now the final par 5 on the course, 562 yards, the 17th.
The
Oh, it's
drive
chopped
looks
down.
relatively straightforward. And I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of. But that's the fun part. They want to keep you back in an area where you go, can I hit the second shot across the stream, across the water, and still keep it on the green? And the answer is, I don't know.
Just a good solid tee shot right there,
Right.
about 280 yards. Looks
what
like
we
he's
want.
going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His
Is
second
he?
shot.
He ain't gonna have a go at it. I'll go with that fairway.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Right there.
Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all. Frank, I don't recognize this guy right now.
Yeah, that ship was sinking, but looks like he's an excellent chance right now to right the ship.
Excellent.
Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
And we're not in last
Interesting to
place.
see what's ahead.
72.
for him now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.
Now the closing hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, what's ahead of us?
You could try and drive at this green, but there's too much trouble, really, Rich. Even though this hole's just over 300 yards, it's very ambitious to try and drive it across that water. Some might try. Most people try and hit a tee shot 240, 250 yard mark, and of course, you do the maths, you're only going to have 60 or 70 yards in, and well, they want you to finish on a good note. So good drive in the fairway here, or 3-wood, pitch it on the green, make a 3, and buy your friends a drink in the clubhouse.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
Opportunity, but not guaranteed. Right there. I feel like right here.
Well, a missed opportunity, no doubt.
Motherfucker. I feel his pain. But we parred out. What we get?
Well, not
Bird
in
got something
contention,
good
but in
for
for par.
embarrassing ourselves. Look how beautiful that lake is
So that
right
concludes
there.
the final round here at this spectacular setting. Frank, final thoughts on
We
the
coming
tournament?
dead last? No, we
Rich,
came
I
in.
thought this was really a fantastic venue that challenged the players, and we saw some exciting golf
Second
out
to
there
last, I
all
think.
across the board.
Fuck it. Level 39. We're leveling up. 68 overall. We still suck. Unlock some apparel. Got the putting stroke. Almost 69s across the board. Thank y'all for watching me struggle. It's been fun with Mooseystyle. Peace.